What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Paul and I researched and found 5 side hustles that could potentially replace your 9 to 5 job. None of these jobs require a college degree and they'll pay you significantly more than your 9 to 5 ever will. We'll go over what the side hustles are, how to get started, and how much you can make. If you have a passion in any field, consider private tutoring to make yourself a lot of money. This is a super lucrative side hustle and you don't really have to only teach people in academics. You could also coach, you could do group lessons, or teach any subject as long as you're passionate in that field and have knowledge in it. For example, let's say you're a better than average soccer player and you've been playing for a while. Well, the reality is that many people want to learn and get better in soccer, so if you're willing to teach, you can make a lot of money through this. The average tutor in California, for example, makes around $45,000 a year, but it really depends on what you teach and your level of expertise. If you're just starting out, to get started, all you want to do is start posting your tutoring jobs onto Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, and college university groups. Depending on your subject and what you teach, you could possibly charge anywhere between $50 to $200 per hour. You could also go the completely virtual route for tutoring and register on sites such as TutorMe, Preply, Tutor.com, and Varsity Tutor. Another site that you can register for is called VIP Kid, and you'll get paid around $14 to $22 an hour teaching English online from the comfort of your home. I think the biggest benefits of private tutoring is that you're very flexible with your schedule, so you can set your schedule whenever you want, and you could also earn a high wage per hour with no large initial investment. If you're able to do this and get a lot of experience as a tutor, you could possibly build up a tutoring business and make a lot of money down the line. I would consider this one of the most lucrative side hustles on today's list. A real estate bird dog is someone who looks for real estate investment properties by searching them online or driving around to find houses that are being sold. You're pretty much looking for houses that need a lot of work done on them and for fix and flip opportunities. Bird dogs then find these deals and present them to real estate investors, which will pay a one-time flat fee or give you a percentage of the deal. On average, investors pay around $500 to $1,000 per deal. For example, let's say you found 3 properties in one day and all turned them into successful deals. Well, that means you just earned $1,500 to $3,000 in one day. The best part about being a bird dog is that you don't need a license and you don't need to put any money down to start. To find these fix and flip opportunities, bird dogs can look for foreclosures, short sales, absentee owner houses, or MLS listings. This is all public information, so you can find this online or at your local public courthouse. To find these types of deals, you can look through online ads, Craigslist, local marketplaces, or auctions. I wanted to note that being a bird dog is 100% legal because you're just getting paid a finder fee and you're not actually involved in the selling of the property, which would require a real estate license. So now you may be wondering, once I found these houses, how do I give them to real estate investors? To find these people, you can go to local real estate meetups and tell people who you are and what you do. Real estate investors are always looking for people to help them find deals. If you wanted to go virtual with this, you could always look on Facebook groups and groups on LinkedIn. Your main goal as a real estate bird dog is obviously to make money, but also to make up a large list of investors that could be potential buyers for the properties that you find. Now, the question you're all probably wondering is, how much can you make being a real estate bird dog? On average, you can expect to earn anywhere from $500 to $1,000 per deal that you close on. However, the earnings can be a lot higher depending on how much effort and time you put in, and people have reportedly earned even more than $10,000 per month. Once you build up your reputation as a bird dog, you'll be able to make money much quicker. Most of you have probably heard about flipping sneakers for profit, but have you heard about flipping furniture? Did you know that a lot of people flip furniture such as couches, tables, and chairs and make a lot of money? The main concept behind the side hustle is buying undervalued things at lower prices, fixing them up, and selling them for higher prices. Now, with this side hustle, you won't have too many deadlines as you're just working at your own pace with little to no capital investment. Flipping couches, for example, can be very profitable and you can make up to $500 per day depending on the quality and price of the furniture and how much time you put in. Now, how can you start? What you want to focus on is looking for bargains, refurbishing them, and then posting them and marketing them on sites like Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, and more. Here are the steps that you need to take. First, you want to try to find an undervalued item and negotiate for a lower price. If I wanted to make the most profit, I would personally look into drawers, tables, chests, and trunks. If you look in the right places, you could find these items for anywhere from $20 to $100. Next, when you're first starting out, I would start with smaller items and progress into larger items as you gain more experience. Next, after you purchase the item, you're going to want to do some sort of refurbishing, whether that's painting or fixing up. Now, the one thing I want to note here is that you want to make this step as short as possible since you want to keep the item as short as possible. Afterwards, you're going to try marketing your product on onto sites such as Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, Etsy, eBay, and OfferUp. It definitely would be beneficial to post everywhere since that gives you a higher chance of your item being found and sold. Overall, flipping furniture can be a very good and lucrative side hustle as it teaches you about business, it can make you a lot of money, and you can start with this anywhere regardless of your location. If you're someone who's good at writing or wants to learn about being good at writing, you have the potential to earn $200 per hour from the comfort of your own home through Amazon copywriting. There's no arguing that Amazon is the most popular way to order items online these days. Amazon gets over 2 billion monthly users in the United States alone, and this accounts for over 50% of all online e-commerce sales. With all of these products being sold on Amazon, that means that there's product descriptions for these products that need to be filled out. The goal of an Amazon copywriter is to write these descriptions in a way where it makes the customer want to buy the product because it solves a problem for them. The key here is to tug on their emotions. It's a proven fact that customers usually experience excitement and joy when they're browsing through items that they want to buy. A great Amazon copywriter will be able to capitalize on this joy and excitement and write enticing descriptions that lure the customer to make the actual purchase. Companies such as Amazon are willing to pay top dollar for Amazon copywriters simply because the descriptions can make or break a purchase. To get started, you can look for Amazon copywriter jobs on websites such as Fiverr, Freelancer, and Upwork. I wanted to note that when you first get started, you'll have to start building your reputation as an Amazon copywriter, so you might have to get paid a little bit less. Now the question you've all been waiting for is, how much can you make being an Amazon copywriter? Once you've gained some experience, on average, you can expect to earn up to $200 per hour. The next side hustle has the potential to pay you up to $1,000 per hour and completely change your life. Honestly, that sounds way too good to be true, right? I thought the same exact thing until I researched and found out about junk removal. What you'll be doing with this side hustle is pretty simple. You'll be removing stuff that people don't want anymore. This could be old furniture, old books, or even old cars. The best part about this side hustle is that all you need to get started is some sort of transportation. The larger, the better. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, Paul, there's no way this is possible with just a car. Well, guess what? I dug a little bit deeper and found a company that did just that. A company called College Hunks Junk Removal was started by a 21-year-old whose family owned a furniture business. That 21-year-old realized that customers were willing to pay money to get their old furniture removed when they buy new furniture. And just like that 21-year-old started to pick up the old furniture in his van and charge for his services. 20 years later, College Hunks Junk Removal has served over 10 million people and is voted the top 5 junk removal businesses in the United States. Once you get started in this side hustle, you're going to want to market your services onto websites such as Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, and anywhere else on social media. You could also take a different approach and start creating flyers to pass out in your neighborhood. With this side hustle, I also wanted to mention that you could look into potentially getting licenses or certifications, such as a waste carrier's license or a CDL, which allows you to drive large cars. Now, the question you've all been waiting for is, Paul, how much can you possibly make with this side hustle? This will depend entirely on the size of your jobs, but you can expect to earn anywhere from $150 to $350 per job. Now, for example, let's say you did 3 jobs a day, 5 times a week. You could possibly make up to $3,000 to $5,000 per week. That is pretty insane if you ask me. What was that? You want to make more? Then consider selling the old furniture that you pick up. That way you can knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. I love it. That is it for today's video, guys. All of you watching are so amazing, and I appreciate every single one of you guys. If you got any value out of this video, please smash that like button and subscribe for the YouTube algorithm. I will be back very soon with more videos on how to make more money for you guys. Until then, take care.